Here, there it is. Yeah, there it's.
Well,
that's got the look of a spring rubber. I don't know if it is or not.
Came from the area where Joe Nemechek, the 01. That's definitely not a spring rubber.
I thought it came out of the right side of the car. Now, for you theorists, there are windows all across the right side of the car. Nobody could toss anything out of the car.
No, it's a piece of rubber from somewhere.
Chris Myers.
All right, thanks, guys. Richard Petty, the King, is with us, just named Father of the Year, the group charity benefiting prostate cancer. His son, Kyle, there. Of course, you saw in the pre-race show, and there they are on stage today. Richard, the Grand Marshal, happy about the Grand Junction camp opening and the memory of Adam and his great dream. Thanks for joining us here in the Hollywood Hotel. Happy Father's Day to you.
Glad to be with you.
All right,
all the fathers.
All the fathers. And you, Jeff was just saying, you sleep with those shades on, right? They never come off.
Almost, okay.
Yeah. And August 20th, NASCAR Day, as we mentioned, these commemorative pins that we have, you can make a donation for $5 and you get to wear the pin and be part of the celebration. So here on the house, we'll write this off on expenses. But there you go.
Right track.
Thank you very much. It goes for a good cause. It works that easy. And if you want to, go to www.nascar.com/NASCAR Day, and you see it right there. Or call 866-305-4703 and help a good cause.
And Richard, we were kind of talking off the air. You've been around the sport a long time, and this is pretty impressive that NASCAR getting behind the Big Junction Gang Camp like they have, and it's really benefited everything as far as this project.
Yeah, it really has. NASCAR got behind it, all the drivers got behind it, all the fans got behind it, all the sponsors got behind it, and it's opening up today on Father's Day. So from Kyle's standpoint, Father's Day, we did it for Adam, and it couldn't be a better time to start it.
And we look forward to a few of your thoughts and observations throughout the race and your thoughts on NASCAR today, but we're going into the pit stop, so let's go back upstairs. Mike?
All right, this caution flag will be the second of the day, but the first that will bring the field to pit road. Jeff Gordon's lead of 2 seconds is erased as everybody's lined up behind the safety car, and lead lap cars will pit first. Here's Matt.
The Lowe's team waiting for Jimmy Johnson to pull into his stall for his first stop of the day. We noted earlier he was complaining the car was tight. They're talking about making a track bar adjustment, going up one round, also making an air pressure adjustment and a wedge adjustment. You can see both wrenches in the back window of the race car. The adjustment's completed chassis-wise as they come around to the left side. In the triple, the 24, 25, and the 19, Brian Vickers, his car was loose, unlike the other two Hendrick cars. Steve?
Matt, Jeremy Mayfield says his car is pushing and pushing on throttle. They're going to add a little air pressure in the right rear tire and take out some wedge. Dick?
Well, of the three cars, I think Jeff Gordon's is probably the best. He's just got a little bit of push, or a little bit of loose. They're going to try to tighten it up a little bit so he gets rid of that. And Gordon is going to be the first man off pit road. The crew got the job done down here.
Michael Waltrip, Brian Vickers, Jimmy Johnson. Michael's come from 19th and was 4th at the caution flag and now picks up 2 more spots.
Car's got that Charlotte look to it.
I tell you, he had a good pit stop. Michael McSwain in that 18 car, Bob Labonte, he came in 6th, went out 2nd. Jimmy Johnson's pitted in that pit box all the way at the entrance of pit road. It's a disadvantage with this many cars on the lead lap. Trust me, late in the race, it will be an advantage.
Robbie Loomis-led crew finishes up. Sees their car go out first from the final spot on pit road and gets to celebrate a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the race for president of beers has come to an abrupt end. Hi, I'm the Budweiser Donkey. I spoke with the Clydesdale recently, and he told me that Miller is not eligible to run for office in America because they were bought by South African breweries. I said, get out of town. He said, what does that mean? I said, it's an expression. You never heard it? He said, no, I haven't. And then I left. Anyway, the Clydesdales and I will continue to take the high road. It's just another reason Budweiser is the king of beers. I'm the Budweiser Donkey, and I approve this message.
Meet Bob Keselowski, NASCAR owner and crew chief.
When you race trucks, eventually you're going to run into something.
When that happens, Bob knows what his weekend project's going to be, using high-performance Craftsman tools to get his truck back on the track.
We're out here to win, and we won't let a little thing like a wall get in our way.
Craftsman has the right tool for every project. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
And that's halftime. You know, on a more personal note, I think we'd all like to spend more time with our kids. promised he wouldn't.
Sit down over a nice meal together?
He's right.
My favorite place is Wendy's. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, side salad, chicken nuggets. They're 99 cents each, so lunch doesn't cost much, and it's nice after the game.
Are you with Wendy's?
Oh, unofficially.
The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here.
Well, hi, honey. I'm almost done.
And our pickup window's open till midnight or later.
Out here, time is everything. Especially for these guys, where the only thing worse than losing seconds is losing minutes. That's why Singular's the perfect fit for race fans. Only Singular lets you roll over your unused anytime minutes so you avoid paying overages in the months you talk more. They're your minutes. Keep them. Plus, save on a Motorola V400 camera phone. Only Singular offers rollover. It's another way Singular fits race fans best.
Endless power. You'll find it at Michael Waltrip and in his Citizen Echo Drive. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable. Just like the people who wear it. Citizen Echo Drive. Unstoppable.
Why do I pick Enterprise? Because of Maylene, who answers the phone, Alex, who picks me up, and Michelle, who makes renting easy. So all I have to do is drive.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Wherever you go, you've got NASCAR news, stats, and live racing on your phone or online with exclusive content on AOL and NASCAR.com to go.
NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing on Fox is brought to you by Budweiser. It's time for a fresh one. Grab a Budweiser. The race is on. Jimmy Johnson had a little exchange with Chad Knaus. There are benefits to picking the first pit stall, and there are pitfalls.
I can't believe that bump coming into the pit stall.
Hey, boys, it's all right. Shake it off here.
I'll show you what he meant.
Yeah, we had talked about him making that very first pit selection. There you see it right there. The transition where it goes from asphalt to concrete is a little bit of a bump right there. Matt Yoakum.
Larry Mack, it's more like a speed bump. Maybe in your subdivision at home to slow traffic going down maybe like a main trail. It has risen up a little bit. And remember, Michigan does get severe winters, and they do have issues sometimes with the racetrack cracking and the racetrack moving around a little bit as we're getting ready for green.
Good thing is he knows it's there now.
Pace car dives in. Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Michael Waltrip, Brian Vickers.
It's such an aggressive shock package that you run here. A bump like that will really be noticeable to the driver.
See Mark Martin right there in the 6 car behind Ryan Newman. Remember, he's back out there after changing that transmission in 42nd, 18 laps down. Robbie Gordon as well is back out there 13 laps down.
And just prior to the caution flag coming out, Jeff Gordon lapped Kevin LePage. So LePage was the first car 1 lap down and got the free pass. That's why Newman and Mark Martin, who's 18 laps down, lined up on the inside. Ryan will have to work again to get back on the lead lap.
You know, a guy that continues to have problems, Greg Biffle, had a good qualifying run in the 16 car. When we got 1 to go, he was on pit road with the hood up, but he is back out there. But right now he's in 36th position. See, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car were riding with him, pushing Jamie McMurray in the 42. This is a battle for 11th. You can see Happy Father's Day. Thanks, Dad, right there on that rear bumper.
Casey Mears slid up and almost got the wall in 1, gathered it in, and goes right back after Kevin Harvick. That is at about 8th place. More on Mears. Here's Steve.
Mike Casey Mears has been battling a tight race car on that last pit stop. They took 1 pound out of both front tires and 1 pound out of the left rear tire. He's also been adjusting his line around the racetrack.
And of course, taking air out of those front tires and out of the left rear just softens the spring rate of those tires and just helps the car to get better grip, especially in the front end. You see Rusty Wallace and the 2 go by him. This is a battle for 7th position right now.
Sometimes the crew will make an air pressure adjustment, and it'll catch the driver off guard there because the car will be so different till the pressures come up.
2 big packs. This is the 3rd. Look at Jeff Burton in that unsponsored white number 99 thread the needle. and try to bring Nemechek with him.
And right there is where you have to be so careful with 3 wide. You remember DW's hot spot. You just run out of racetrack on the exit of these corners.
Yeah, you're carrying so much speed when you come out of the corner. You're back on the throttle way over in the middle of the turn, carry a lot of speed, run out of the racetrack.
Riding with Tony Stewart, who's at 25th.
And the draft, I mean, you do feel the draft here. That's why everybody tries to tuck back in line as soon as possible to kind of get a little pull down the straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, the speeds here about 10 miles per hour faster than they are at Daytona and Talladega getting off in the corner.
Boy, Casey Mears almost got squeezed up into the wall by Brian Vickers. He had to lift out of it and then dropped low under 2 cars and then back in the draft behind Mayfield.
Yeah, I don't think he was real happy about that. Vickers slid up in front of him and blocked him.
Guys have been watching the 97 car, Kurt Busch. I know he's had problems early on in that first accident, struggled a little bit back in the pack, but he's been making steady gains over the last 20 laps. He's now up to 13.
He and Sterling Marlin battle side by side. Busch trying to pass Marlin for 12th.
Yeah, I think what happens there is you get a caution, you get to assess the damage, make some repairs, and we know he runs good here, so that's good to see the guy's car fixed. Got it running better.
Tell you what, there's a car that we've been watching. Those guys had a great pit stop as well. Michael Waltrip in the 15 car just a couple laps ago. He drove by Bobby Labonte. He's up in the 2nd position now.
And he got a nice assist yesterday here. He had to go run the Busch race last night, so for the Motor Racing Outreach Father's Day Olympics, Brendan Gaughan was the substitute dad for Michael, so Macy could compete.
Looks like Casey Mears is going to be coming to pit road.
Yeah, he's got
a flat right front, it looks like.
Might be a right rear, I can't really tell.
Saw a lot of sparks out from underneath the right front. He was in the 10th position.
It might be a right front.
Steve?
It's definitely a tire. He thinks that he's blown one of them, but he's not sure which one, Mike. They're headed to pit road.
A lot of sparks there. Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson back toward the front, taking 3rd from Bobby Labonte.
And I think the 48 car, we watched it at the beginning of the race once we got into a green run. His car is just so good on the long run. He needs these long green runs.
Casey Mears has tires and returns to the race. He's going to lose a lap in the process.
41 didn't make contact. You know, we're talking about him and Vickers and them up there a while ago. You don't reckon he made contact? Cut a tire down. I didn't see it. No.
Now, Dale Jr. and Jeff Burton have been passing a lot of cars. They had been working together, and now they get split apart a bit, as Burton is about 4 spots closer to the front and way higher on the racetrack as Jr. runs the bottom. There's Burton, left side of your screen, in the white car.
I don't think they quite have that Budweiser car just where they want it right now. He's back here in 17th position. Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to lose position.
Michael sort of chased that 48 car at Charlotte a couple of weeks ago all day long. Here comes the 41 back to pit road. Whatever's wrong is they didn't get fixed.
Now, we just watched Dale Earnhardt Jr. be able to go by Kurt Busch in the 97. The difference was now Kurt looks like he's going to go back by him, but Kurt had to get out of the throttle on the exit of turn 4. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was able to stay in it.
Matt Kenseth just ahead of them. Elliott Sadler as well. Jeff Hammond.
Watching the 41 car, when I noticed when he came down pit road and subsequently before he came to pit road, there's something broke on the front suspension that kind of hitting the racetrack. When he came down pit road, all 4 tires were up. He's got something that was loose or broke on the suspension, possibly a sway bar arm or something like that, the way the car was rolling over.
Yeah, Jeff, when he came to pit road, his sparks were all coming out of the right front, like it had a right front tire down.
Tell you what, Rusty Wallace in this 2 car, the Miller Lite car, he keeps getting stronger and stronger. He's up here battling Matt Kenseth in the 17 for the 5th position. This is that old car he was so good with at Bristol.
They just swept past Bobby Labonte.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick in the 29 is going to pull right up behind Bobby Labonte as well. Looks like something may be happening to Bobby Labonte in the 18 car. He loses another position.
Bobby's one of those kind of guys, Larry, that if it's not exactly right, he'll kind of let you go by and then fall in there where he's by himself.
Dick Berger, anything wrong with the 18?
no. Just listen to Darrell. He'll tell you what's going on. The car's a little bit loose. That's all. You got it again, Darrell. No need to push the envelope this early.
No, long way to go.
All right, Steve Burns can update us on Casey Mears.